15 February. Proof of life, proof of cognitive, and update. Now, for those who find this is day 3. Usually by the 3rd time I do something in a row is when they try to immediately stop it. And how do they do this? They, by being in the SEALs and all, seems like the pile-on of nefarious security services who are run by wannabe or presently are autocrats. So I study the attacks. When the attacks happen, I'll do something new. What type, how are they ramped up, especially now. I was at this house where they had full access because the homeowner, Nigeria, I think she's probably a plant or whatever. And then her husband didn't know. Then that's where they had the Saudi. So originally it was an East Indian. He was attacking me in the other house that they had. That this lady had, woman, Airbnbs. They were running me around the trials, trying just to leave me the fuck alone. So as this guy is, and so it was the East Indian guy, Mossad, the first, and then a gold team, new gold team, DevGru. I say new gold team because he doesn't move like the old gold, like it's all McRaven. He doesn't have, there's a rhythm that they had that this guy doesn't, and I fried his brain. And within like a week, he was done. Maybe a month, I don't know, it felt like a week. And then you had the East Indian. And the East Indian was the one who was supposed to be able to break someone like me. How you doing? Thank you very much.
Just wants to run and jump.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. A little ridgeback looks like. All right. So that's what was happening at this last place. And it's the East Indian who I burned. Well, I burned all of them, except the Saudi guy. I didn't get the Saudi until it was my next door neighbor. And he told me, that he said that he was going back to Saudi Arabia. I'm like, oh, isn't that cute? All right, so, and they had don't know where their cover story was, working or whatever. But the next day, the SEAL sent this other little lady, and he said, oh, it's my sister. And I'm like, nope, that's not your sister, dude. Your patterns aren't even matching. And malignant narcissist, Deeper's Delight smile. And I'm just sitting there going, okay. Because she caught me looking at her legs, and I was debating how many kids did she have, because you could see the cellulite. And I was looking at the blood vessels. And then up her arm, I was looking at her, the the width of the mammary glands in her arms, and blah, blah, blah. Super shit that most people don't really give a shit about, that I notice about people. And the thing is, Dennis which was the next neighbor, and his old lady, AJ. Now, AJ is just a southern bigot. He's just a straight up bigot. It's so bad. AJ's kind of like, you're a casual racist, whatever. If you're cool, you're with me, I was cool with you. And so we were kind of starting to get along, and she was trying to break it up. But the thing is, she was scared, and she was quite cruel. But he still loved her, and I'm just kind of like, okay, that's you. You be you. You didn't, and as over time, but I realized just how insecure she really is, and how it was grating on the poor guy. And she was giving him the look of like, oh, see, you shouldn't work with a, like, he knew that I wasn't the person they were trying to say that they were trying to create. He knew something was up. And when you have an ethics and you're pretty much a chilled person, other people know, and that's the reason they said to that woman, because anybody who's human realizes this is bullshit, right? There's no reason to be isolating me. It's just to cover up what they've been doing for decades now. And once you understand all these behavior patterns, you can start. You just roll those patterns back, and then since there's a meme of the behavior of, it's like, oh, you belong to this group over here. You're in phase over here. It's I can't really describe it, and that's what they want to. That's what they're trying to get. That's what they're understand is how in the hell they're so good. How do I keep beating them? That's none of their damn business. Period. As an American, they wanted to know, if they truly wanted my ability, then they shouldn't have been attacking me. And especially, but anyways, so that's the thing for today. And when we look at the headlines for the day, about Epstein, there's many times over the years, because they've been trying to kill me or get me embroiled in something, some super illegal activity or something, and that's what's driving them nuts. Because I break the bullshit of race. And now that we know psychopathy and bigotry are the exact same thing, the cluster B behavior is the exact same thing, the externalized self. This puts things into more of a scientific construct, and pretty much just destroying their bullshit. So now they have to get rid of the secularism, because secularism and Hegseth having officers that don't go to the best universities leaves you with a bunch of dumb officers. And that's the first thing incompetence does. They pull you into the mud. And it's funny because Hegseth has a degree from Harvard. They push you into the mud so they can stand tall, but they're really not that tall. Even if they're, in height, psychological height. They're not leaders. And it fits right into Sapolsky's monkeys, or baboons, whatever the hell they were, and the beginning of civilization. Toddlers don't run civilization very well. They run it into the ground. Because if they keep externalizing, that's, if you're looking at the archetypes of the modern archetype of Star Wars and the Sith, it's that externalization that keeps shrinking. The outgroups to keep growing, keeping taller. That outgroup got to keep getting larger and larger and larger till it's only one person, and then they end up self-destructing. It's not a sustainable system, because the more you get, the more you have to keep externalizing negativity into the universe. And that's a virus. And so this is where we're at. And so that's also partly by understanding the memes, how I was able to look back through my life and figure out, okay, as a longitudinal pattern, where do these patterns keep coming up? And then you put all the patterns together. It's like, you motherfucker. Because when you know yourself, and also studying the attacks, so the East Indian was the best, because he never knew. Mossad guy kind of figured it out, because I was having one conversation with Prince Harry, no, Prince William. Yeah, he was there to give the information of his listening. So, but the Indian guy had no idea. And so I just got to listen to him tell me exactly what he was doing. And I was able to then get that confirmed what I needed to know. And then yesterday, even before doing this one, they had tried to tell me not to do, just because I had been paying attention to, okay, what happens? How does the messaging feel in my body, and how do I know even more so when it's not screaming? Okay. So it's been very interesting. And then you combine this with mass surveillance, and all these little rich fuckers think they don't have to abide by people's rights. And that's what's going on. They figure with technology, and then you have the human person going out there, and then once that's done, then they put Starlink, the Neuralink in people's brains. Now you have new mappings. So once, just as these self-driving cars are mapping out the roads and stuff like that, everything's going to be autonomous, and there's going to be nobody. And what's humanity going to do? Well, they want everything that everybody does, because they don't view people as separate from themselves. That is the core of psychopathy, and that is the core of everything they're doing. And so they feel they can steal and remove energy and stuff and abilities and what's created from people. So anyways, end of Proof of Life and rant. Next time I'll go into what happened when they assassinated Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. Cheers.